Hello and please welcome to my today's video. In today's video I like to speak about the elephant Bunka in Yerevan Zoo, Armenia. Hello, my name is Diploma-Biologist Tobias Dornbusch and I started to work with elephants and to study about elephants in 1995. Also, I'm the former head of elephant department and animal keeper supervisor of Yerevan Zoo in Armenia. In today's video I like to speak about the elephant Bunka in Yerevan Zoo, Armenia. Because of my last video about Bunka I get many comments and emails and questions, and some persons maybe understand me not really right. That's why I like to explain something here in this new video. So first of all, what I like to say is the truth about Bunka in Yerevan, and I like to prove it with this video. So first of all, I agree that the elephant enclosure in Yerevan Zoo is too small for elephants, and I also agree that the situation that in the stable you can only keep one elephant is very bad. It's actually a no-go, because elephants are no solitary animals, and so you cannot keep just one single elephant. That's never good. I totally agree with this point and I never said something different. Before Bunka came to Yerevan Zoo in 2014, I said that this is a point which must change immediately as soon as possible. But then there are some animal rights activists, or I don't know, and they speak about the care of Bunka, and they said, oh, in Yerevan Zoo there is no good care, the elephant is very in bad condition, he stays on concrete ground all the time and so on. Here I really, if you like me, if you fighting for Bunka 8 years every day, yeah, and of course the big success was not there. The new enclosure, what we planned, is still not started to build. We planned it more than 8 years ago, but from the present enclosure in which Bunka lived today, we changed everything to improve it step by step, and we get this success. And even it's not the big success what we need for him, but if then the people say, oh, he stays just on concrete, that's not the true, and I have to say really sorry, it's not. So first of all, for example, Bunka is kept in the protected contact system and with target training. Lift, revolve, Bunka, lift, richtig lift, good boy, Bunka, good boy, change side, lift. This is a very, very modern and safe system of keeping elephants, and Bunka is really very well and very good trained. Good boy. Here, und lebt, lebt, lebt. Bunka. Good boy, Bunka. It is no problem to do feed care with him. It is no problem to take blood from his ear and so on, medical treatment. And also the safety standards, the target walls, the target gates, the doors, that's all are a very, very high safety standard. This all are somewhere between good and excellent, I have to say. And then the people say he has no pedicure, his nails are too long, or his soles are not good and he have bad feet. This is not true. Here I like to show you photos of the feet of Bunka, and you will see that their feet are really good. If you not believe me, I can show you photos of elephants which have bad feet. Yeah? And I take these photos during the last 10 years in zoos in the European Union, even in EASA zoos, and also in elephant camps in Southeast Asia as well. Here are some really very bad elephant feet from zoos in the EASA. And this photo is from another zoo which I take here. It was with very bad feet. And here are some photos from India, from captive elephants with very bad feet. I like to show you one more time the photos of the feet of Bunka, and I hope you will understand that the feet care, the pedicure in Yerevan Zoo is not bad. And it is good, and even the bad elephants in the other zoos were not confiscated. So to say the feed care in Yerevan Zoo is bad is simply not the truth. Here are the photos of Bunka one more time. And like this, you see it exactly in the nature, and you see it exactly in the best zoos and in the best sanctuaries as well. And also the diet of Bunka. It's not true that it is not possible to feed this elephant adequate in Armenia. The hay in Armenia is really a hay with very good quality. And the zoo gets really very good fruit and vegetables and everything. And the people then say that the elephant is too skinny. No, that's not the truth. The problem for the most zoo elephants is that they are too fat. This is not with Bunka. But Bunka had a slim figure. He is at the moment growing taller, so the figure is slim at this moment. And also in July, August he was in mast, and he lost a few kilos during the mast period. This is totally normal for an elephant. But what is it's a German word, I don't know in English it's 100% same, but in German we say, what is the best prototype of the captive elephant? And this is a wild elephant. And here I like to show you some pictures which I personally do in the wild in Asia with wild Asian elephants in Kaudula National Park. Here are the pictures. So, after seeing these pictures, I hope you agree that all these elephants are slimmer, are more skinny, let's say, but slimmer than Bunka. So how you can say Bunka is too slim? All the wild elephants which I showed you are slimmer than Bunka for sure. But if you like to see a really skinny elephant, of course I can show you. This was this year in 2022 in a German EASA zoo. And this is a really very skinny elephant, and you will agree with me that Bunka don't look like this. Even, I'm sorry, this is an African elephant, of course, but at the moment I not find a better picture from an Asian elephant, sorry. So Bunka is not too slim. He is a little slim, but it's all in the green limit. Don't be afraid, don't be worried about it. So I just like to say one more time, the enclosure is too small. I agree 100%. Bunka is kept solitary, that is very bad. I agree 100%. And I was the first person who said this, because I said this even before Bunka arrived in Yerevan Zoo. But if you say Bunka is in bad condition, this is simply not true. And I showed you and proved this with my pictures. So, and then the people say Bunka have no enrichment. One point, I agree. You can, in a 1,000 square meter enclosure and a small stable, you cannot give an elephant the same possibilities of enrichment like in a 10-hectare big area, for sure. But from the keeper side, from the elephant caretaker side, from the elephant care, there is an enrichment program, and this enrichment program is really good. The food, the fruit and the vegetables. He not just get it laying on the ground. The fruits and the vegetables, he only get it for doing something for it with the training or with the enrichment balls. There are the big balls and he have to really doing it for enrichment to eat the fruit. There's the enrichment tree and the car wheel behind him. There also is a wheel tree, and as you see there is the other hay feeder, and there is also hay in this hay feeder still. So we have the choice of two different hay feeders, one inside, one outside, and he have the choice of two different fruit and vegetable boxes. One with carrots, one with red beet. At the moment he chose for carrots, and apples and carrots he get with the training and with the medical treatment. And with the hay, he never gets the hay just laying on the ground. He gets the hay with the hay feeders, and there are two hay feeders. One inside in the stable and one outside in the outside enclosure, and there is planned to build a third one near to the wither turf, also at the outside enclosure. So three, at the moment, two hay feeders for one elephant. Which zoo have two hay feeder per elephant? So, but hay feeders are really a good way of enrichment. And all the good EASA zoos and all the best zoos in the world feeding the elephants hay with the hay feeders. Also Yerevan Zoo is doing this. So how you can say there is no enrichment? There is enrichment. And not only with the food. Also there is an enrichment tree, there is a real tree staying in the enclosure. There are a big car wheel, there are smaller car wheels, some toys. There is enrichment for Bunka in the enclosure. And the caretakers, the keepers, a few times a day they play with Bunka and give him additional enrichment. I can show you a small clip of this. Holt und in die Hand. In die Hand. Ganz ruhig. Wunderbar. Good boy. Good boy. Very good. So, I not like to say that if we do this, we can keep him solitary. No, you not can keep an elephant solitary, whatever you do, but not solitary. But if the people say there is no enrichment, this is simply not true. And I created this enrichment program. And one of the results is, that is the next point, that Bunka is not stereotypic waving with the head. And if the people saying he have no enrichment, this is not the true. He have enrichment. And what is about the stereotypic behavior? Bunka, until now, he show no stereotypic waving with the head. I can show you in many zoos around the world, in many elephant camps around the world, in almost all circuses around the world with elephants, I can show you elephants which are waving the head stereotypic all the time, or much time like this. Bunka, not. And one more time, yes, the enclosure is too small. One more time, yes, he is kept alone, and this is very bad. But if the people say, and he is always stereotypic, no, this is not the true. The last point is not the true. Yeah. It's like this. And then the people say, and he's staying on concrete floor all the time in the outside enclosure. This is not the true. I don't like the space of the outdoor enclosure. I don't like that you can only keep there one elephant. I don't like this. But the enclosure is not on concrete floor. The enclosure is based on the natural soil. But this natural soil was too, I have to read it, was too gluey, too gluey and too soggy. Yeah? So if the elephants stay all the time in this enclosure, this natural soil was too soggy and too gluey, and this is why we take a layer of red sand in the enclosure. And I can show you pictures from the natural soil, which was the original soil in the enclosure. And here now is a picture from the red sand, which we give in the enclosure. But the red sand was also not so my favorite, what I imagine. And so my idea was a white beach sand. This will be the best for a dust bath and so. So then we give the white beach sand in the enclosure. We not take the red sand out, we give the white beach sand over the red sand. The white beach sand is good, but it's a little bit dusty with the white beach sand. So then we give a grey, a little bit bigger grey sand, also additional in the enclosure. Always, also we make him a small hill, a small mountain with this substrate. So he has 3 layers of sand in the enclosure. Grey sand, what is a little bit bigger, white sand, what is a really beach sand, and the red sand. And if you make a hole in the earth, in the floor, you will see all the 3 layers of sand. I will show you pictures. And under these layers of sand is the natural underground, the natural soil. So that's all natural ground. There is no concrete in the outside enclosure. And I agree one more time, the enclosure is too small and he is alone, and these are major, big problems. But if you say he stay on concrete, no. I was fighting for the sand, we get the sand, and if you then say he stay on concrete, I'm sad about this. It's not the truth. And I have to say the truth. He is not staying on concrete in the outside enclosure. He stay on 3 different layers of sand, and under this is a natural soil. And you can make a hole a half meter deep or a meter deep, and you will never see concrete. And there is also a big hole in the enclosure. It's a kind of mud bath for the summer. You can see it even with Google Earth. So how you can say that's concrete? It's definitively no concrete. So that is what I said. I not said that I'm happy with the enclosure. I not said that the enclosure is good. I not said this. I said he have target training, he have pedicure, he have good food, and he have enrichment. He not stay on concrete. This is what I said. And this is the truth. And I proved this for you in this video. The truth also is the enclosure is too small. And the truth also is that he is alone, and this is a no-go for keeping elephants. That's what I like to say in this video. In the next video, I like to explain you my point of view, why I have the idea to give Yerevan Zoo one more last chance to start and finish the project with the improvement of the enclosure, with the other minimum standard enclosure to build this, because the zoo did a lot of changes. In the past they have small beer cages. Now they have a big beer sanctuary, and they protect bears from other cities which live in small cages, and they bring it to the zoo, and the bears now live in really a great beer sanctuary what is into the zoo. They improved the lion enclosure, they improved the tiger enclosure. I also said all this in the last video, I think. So Yerevan Zoo is not the bad guy here. Yeah, they really did a lot of good things. But with the elephant they only do small things, improving, but the big thing, the new enclosure, they not started yet. But now they like to start with it. And why I think we have to give the zoo this chance. This will be part of another video in some weeks, but I hope in this video you understand what I said, what is the truth about Bunka, the positive and the negative things, and yeah, that's simply what I like to say. So if you like to write comments, I totally agree with this and I'm happy to hear from you. And if you have questions, I will answer your questions if it is possible for me. And if you have some other comments to discuss, I'm happy to discuss with you. I hope to do it. But please without any personal insult. Yeah? If there is personal insult, I will not respond to this comment. So, thank you very much for watching, have a nice day and see you next time. Bye!